This is not the end of my story. It's only the beginning. And one day, I'll look back at this chapter and say, this is where I learned to rise. This all started when I began working for one of the biggest companies I had ever dreamed of. And honestly, everything changed from that moment. I wasn't born into a rich family. No famous last name, no powerful connection. Every day, before going to work, I felt this tightness in my chest. A heaviness, like my heart was telling me, you don't deserve this treatment. But I still got up, still showed up, still pushed through.
I just arrived. I just want to show you my proposal. What is it? It's last week work that you asked me to do. No, wait. But madam.
And the worst part wasn't my coworker. It was my boss. She overused her power over me, in the way she spoke to me, in the way she dismissed me, in the way she made me feel small. That's when I realized something that hurt more than anything. No matter how hard I tried, in her eyes, I would never be good enough. My coworkers never talked to me. They never invited me to anything. Birthdays, lunches, celebrations. I would see the photos, the laughter, the group chats I was never part of. And there I was, standing in the middle of a team, yet feeling completely invisible. Every day, I walked into that office knowing I was on my own. No support, no encouragement, no one to ask, "Are you okay?" No one to say, "Come sit with us." But I kept going, not because it was easy, but because I learned something important. Sometimes the loneliness doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong enough to stand alone. I may have been used. I may have been ignored. I may have been left out of every occasion. But I'm still here, still doing my best, still showing up for myself even when no one else does. I have to put aside my feelings, hide the heaviness in my chest, act like nothing gets to me, because the work never stops. And now, even though it's already late at night, I'm here, again, fixing the proposals, re-amending every mistake, trying to get everything back on track. Tired, drained, but still doing what needs to be done. And then reality hits. You don't get to fall apart when you have parents to feed. When you're the one they depend on. When you're the one who has to stay strong, even when you feel like collapsing. So I push through the loneliness, the silence, the late nights. Not because I'm okay, but because I don't have a choice. And then there's the part that hurts the most, the extra work I'm forced to do. Staying up late, fixing things, finishing tasks, all without being paid for the overtime I sacrificed. That's how cruel the company is. They take and take, my time, my energy, my health, and give nothing back. But me, even when I'm tired, even when I'm drained, even when my body feels like collapsing, I still work, because I don't have the privilege to stop. I don't have the option to slow down. I have responsibilities. I have parents to feed. I have a life to hold together. This is the day I want to submit my work, and suddenly, my boss said that she will take my work and said it is her work. She will take the credits. I walk away with disappointment and wake up in a clinic. I collapsed and faded. Because of overworked, stress, and doctor asked me to prioritize my health. After everything I've been through, I finally understood something. This is how reality works sometimes. When a workplace is filled with corruption, when bosses abuse their power, when decisions are made based on ego instead of fairness, the workers are the ones who suffer. People like me, we get anxious, we get demotivated, we get sick, not just physically, but mentally too. Because the weight of unfairness is heavier than anyone realizes. Every unreasonable demand, every unpaid hour, every moment of being overlooked or mistreated, it adds up. It drains you. It breaks you slowly. But here's the truth we don't talk about enough. It doesn't have to be this way. Workplaces should never be built on fear. They should never run on intimidation or abuse of power. No one should feel small just because someone above them wants to feel big. We should avoid allowing corruption to grow. We should stop power from becoming a weapon. We should build environments where every worker is treated equally, with respect, with dignity, and with basic humanity. Because when people feel safe, they work better, live better, and become better.